Hello, my name is Katie Price. I live in Perth and I'm married to James, 11 years now. We have 4 beautiful children. I have a daughter, Hayley, and 3 sons, Lucas, Zach and Joel. We're a pretty active family. We love to get out and about, travel, camping, fishing, boating, beach, that kind of thing. For the past 4 years, we lived in a remote mining town in the Pilbara. And it was pretty isolated, although, we loved living there. It had an amazing sense of community. There was always something to do. I was pretty heavily involved in the community when we lived there. I volunteered on a lot of committees such as Playgroup, Early Years Committee, School P&C, Youth Club, and I've always had a pretty loud voice and I wasn't afraid to use it to advocate for the other parents in the town. I was pretty passionate about connecting remote communities and the families to support. So we were 2 hours from nearest hospital there, and our basic medical needs were a bit lacking. So last year we moved to Perth to be closer to medical services, healthcare providers, and it was a tough transition for our family. The children miss the community, how safe and connected it was, and how they could play outside. They knew the names of everybody in the street. Now there was traffic and there was noise, and our youngest 2 were miserable. Going to the playground meant a full screaming match, and normally because there was too many people there or too much going on, our public outings pretty much ended with one of us or more than one of us going home in tears. And I was trying so hard to connect us to all these support services that were here, that we were told that we needed, but I didn't allow for the fact that so many other people here were trying to access them. The more stressed I got, the more it affected the children. So I started searching for the answers in the personal development industry. I was keen to give anything a go. I attended Date with Destiny, and straight after that, I knew that I wanted to continue this journey. So I enrolled in a life coaching college that included courses in kids and parent coaching, relationship coaching, as well as pediatric hypnosis, NLP, timeline. I spoke to my husband about it, and we decided to invest in coaching, as if we learnt the tools ourselves and practiced them within our family, then we already had a return on our investment. I found that the more I struggled, the harder things were. And at this stage, we were involved with the NDIS, and they were using phrases such as describe your worst day. And everyone in the medical model just couldn't help but make me feel really helpless. The more I followed their rule book, the more miserable I became. And I'd stopped seeing my kids as my kids. Instead, they were like little medical tick boxes on a page. All of this reached a breaking point when my 8-year-old had to go to ED for a psychiatric assessment. After months of calling Kids Helpline and things not improving, seeing specialists and psychologists and trying medications, we were at rock bottom. As a mother, this was one of the hardest moments of my life. The next day I had an autism assessment for one of my sons, and the day after that another son was back in ED, something with his head. On that day I lost it. Checked myself into hospital that day. I was broken. I was helpless, and I wanted to give up. On the flip side, business-wise, I was enjoying everything about coaching. And the more I was coaching, the more it was about parenting your own way. And, this was a really difficult time in our lives. I was in the medical world now, so I was getting labels thrown at me left, right and centre, and medication. And I remember being in hospital on coaching calls and nurses coming in to tell me to get off the phone or get off your laptop. It's time to go to bed. And I realised enough was enough. Like, I was not getting results this way. I discharged myself from hospital and my complex PTSD labels and walked into NLP and timeline therapy training and started doing the work on myself. And I realised there was nothing with my children that needed fixing. Nothing. I just needed to take action, deal with all the crap from my past that was hurting me and holding me back, and just let it go. In reflection, I can definitely see that I lost sight of myself and fell into the I'm just a mum, just a wife pattern. And I know that I am so much more than just a mum. So, together, James and I now share our journey with other parents. We work on having identities other than just a parent and wish to share this with the world so no family has to suffer or feel helpless.